Ladies and gentlemen, if we observe history, we see many moments where hate tried to rule. Wars have been fought, oppression has been imposed, and men have risen in arrogance, thinking they could conquer through hatred. But in the end, every force built on hate has fallen. Empires have crumbled, dictators have perished, and oppressive ideologies have collapsed. However, love and kindness have always endured. They have built civilizations, restored broken hearts, and united the most divided people. Love and kindness are forces, not weaknesses. Some believe that love is a soft emotion and that kindness is a weakness. But let me correct this thinking. Love is not weak. It is the strongest force in the universe. Kindness is not foolishness. It is the wisdom of the ages. Love has the power to turn enemies into friends, to heal deep wounds, and to break the cycle of revenge. Imagine a world where every person chooses kindness over cruelty. Imagine workplaces filled with encouragement instead of competition that tears others down. Imagine families where love is spoken more than criticism. This is not just a dream, it is a reality that begins with you. The destructive nature of hate. Hate is self-destructive. It poisons the mind, weakens the soul, and blinds the heart. A person filled with hate carries a burden too heavy to bear. Hatred can never produce peace, nor can it bring true success. It only divides, isolates, and destroys the one who carries it. Even in our daily lives, we see the difference between love and hate. A teacher who teaches with love produces students who believe in themselves. A leader who leads with love creates teams that excel. A nation that embraces love instead of hate prospers in unity. The universal law: love always wins. Life has laws, and one of them is this: what you sow, you will reap. If you plant hatred, you will receive destruction. But if you plant love, you will harvest peace, joy, and success that lasts for generations. The greatest leaders in history have been those who chose love over hate. They understood that hate might give a moment of power, but love gives a legacy of greatness. When we love, we are not just helping others, we are elevating ourselves. Application: how to choose love and kindness daily. My friends, love and kindness are not just words, they are actions. If you want to see victory in your life, in your relationships, in your career, and in your community, you must choose them daily. Speak words that build, not words that destroy. Forgive even when it is difficult. Help someone without expecting anything in return. Lead with compassion, not with fear. When we do this, we will not only change the world, we will leave behind a legacy that time cannot erase. Today, I challenge you to live a life where love leads your decisions and kindness defines your character. Let your actions prove that love is the greatest power of all. Hate may rise for a moment, but love will always have the final word. Love and kindness are not just emotions or sentimental ideas. They are powerful forces that shape the course of human history. From the dawn of civilization to the modern world, love and kindness have been the foundations upon which great societies relationships, and institutions have been built. When individuals choose to operate in love, they tap into a principle that transcends time, culture, and circumstance. Love and kindness are the keys to healing broken relationships, restoring trust, and fostering unity among people of all backgrounds. These qualities have the ability to mend wounds, reconcile enemies, and create an atmosphere where human potential flourishes. One of the most powerful aspects of love is its ability to break down barriers. Throughout history, love has been the force that has overcome division, oppression, and injustice. When societies have been torn apart by hate, prejudice, and conflict, it has always been love that has restored peace and harmony. Great leaders who have transformed nations, whether in political, social, or religious movements, have always emphasized the power of love over hatred. Love has the ability to see beyond differences and recognize the value of every human being. It is the universal language that speaks to the heart, regardless of nationality, race, or belief. Kindness, as an expression of love, is equally transformative. It is often the simplest acts of kindness that leave the greatest impact. A kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or a moment of selflessness has the power to brighten someone's day, uplift a weary soul, and even change the course of a person's life. Kindness is a seed that, when planted, grows into something far greater than what was initially given. It creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to extend kindness in return. One act of kindness can multiply into a movement, changing not only individuals, but entire communities. Love and kindness are forces that create an environment of growth and progress. In personal relationships, they serve as the foundation for trust and understanding. A marriage built on love and kindness thrives, while one dominated by selfishness and resentment crumbles. In friendships, kindness fosters loyalty and genuine connection. In the workplace, a culture of kindness improves teamwork, increases productivity, and promotes a positive atmosphere where employees feel valued and respected. Even in education, students perform better when they are nurtured with kindness and encouragement rather than criticism and harshness. One of the greatest misconceptions about love and kindness is that they are signs of weakness. Many believe that being kind means allowing others to take advantage of them, or that love is too soft to stand against injustice. But true love is not passive. It is strong, resilient, and transformative. Love is not blind tolerance. It is the ability to correct with compassion, to stand for what is right without resorting to hatred. The greatest leaders have demonstrated that true power does not come from fear and control, but from leading with love, wisdom, and integrity. The power of love and kindness is also evident in the way they influence human emotions and mental well-being. When people experience love and kindness, their stress levels decrease, their sense of happiness increases, and their overall health improves. Scientific research has proven that acts of kindness release chemicals in the brain that promote joy and reduce anxiety. On the other hand, hatred and bitterness lead to stress, depression, and even physical illness. When we choose love, we are not only benefiting those around us, we are also improving our own well-being. Another remarkable quality of love and kindness is their ability to bring about long-term change. Hate may appear to win in the short term, but it never sustains itself. Revolutions driven by hate eventually crumble under their own weight. However, movements rooted in love endure for generations. The most enduring changes in history have been led by those who chose love over retaliation. They understood that real transformation comes not by conquering others, but by winning their hearts. In every aspect of life, whether in leadership, relationships, or society, love and kindness remain the most effective tools for creating lasting impact. When people lead with love, they inspire loyalty and trust. When nations operate in kindness, they prosper in unity and peace. When individuals choose love over hate, they become a source of light in a world that often seems dark. Love and kindness are not just ideals to be admired, but principles to be practiced daily. When we choose to live by them, we not only change our own lives, but contribute to a better world for generations to come. Hate is one of the most destructive forces in human existence. It has the power to tear apart families, divide communities, and destroy entire nations. Unlike love and kindness, which build and uplift, hate is a corrosive element that weakens the very foundation of human relationships. It operates like a poison, spreading through the hearts and minds of individuals, clouding judgment, and leading to actions that harm both the one who hates and the one who is hated. History stands as undeniable evidence that wherever hatred has been allowed to take root, destruction and suffering have followed. Whether in wars, social conflicts, or personal relationships, hate has never been the source of peace, progress, or genuine success. One of the most dangerous aspects of hate is that it blinds people to reason and truth. When a person is filled with hatred, they no longer see clearly. They become consumed with a desire for revenge, control, or superiority, often justifying actions that they would otherwise recognize as wrong. Hate distorts reality, making people believe they are fighting for justice, when in fact they are perpetuating harm. It makes enemies out of friends and turns small disagreements into deep divisions. Many conflicts, whether personal or global, have lasted for generations simply because individuals or groups refuse to let go of hatred. Hate is a fire that burns everything in its path, including the one who carries it. It is often said that holding on to hate is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. A person filled with hate carries an emotional and mental burden that drains their energy, disrupts their peace, and limits their ability to experience joy. Studies in psychology have shown that harboring hatred leads to increased stress, anxiety, and even physical illnesses, such as heart disease and high blood pressure. In contrast, those who choose to forgive and let go of hatred experience greater emotional well-being and overall health. Another dangerous characteristic of hate is that it breeds more hate. When one person acts in hatred, it provokes another to respond in the same way. This creates a cycle of violence, retaliation, and destruction that is difficult to break. Entire communities have been caught in endless cycles of hatred, with each generation passing down the bitterness of the past. Wars have been fought, families have been divided, and relationships have been destroyed because people refuse to break free from this destructive cycle. However, history has also shown that those who choose love over hate have the power to break these cycles and bring about true change. Hate not only destroys individuals and relationships, but it also weakens societies. A nation that fosters hatred, whether through discrimination, oppression, or injustice, cannot stand strong. Hate divides people, creating barriers where bridges should exist. It prevents progress by keeping people locked in conflict rather than working together toward a common goal. Many of the greatest struggles in human history, including civil rights movements and freedom struggles, have been against systems built on hate. However, such systems never last. They eventually collapse under the weight of their own injustice, proving that hate is unsustainable in the long run. At a personal level, hate robs individuals of their potential. A person who harbors hatred is often consumed by negative thoughts, spending their time and energy focusing on revenge rather than self-improvement and growth. Hate prevents people from seeing the good in others and in themselves. It keeps them trapped in past grievances, unable to move forward. In contrast, those who release hate and choose love are free to pursue their dreams, build meaningful relationships, and live fulfilling lives. Hate is also deceptive because it often disguises itself as strength. Some people believe that responding with hate makes them powerful, that seeking revenge proves their superiority. However, true strength is not found in hatred, but in the ability to love despite pain, to forgive despite wrongs, and to build bridges instead of walls. The most influential and respected leaders in history were not those who ruled with hatred, but those who conquered hatred with love. They understood that while hate may seem powerful for a moment, it ultimately leads to destruction, whereas love creates a lasting legacy. Another destructive aspect of hate is that it isolates individuals. A hateful person pushes away family, friends, and even those who might want to help them. Over time, they find themselves alone, consumed by their bitterness, with no one left to support them. Hate creates walls that separate people from the very relationships that bring meaning and joy to life. The loneliest people are often those who have allowed hatred to harden their hearts, making it impossible for them to truly connect with others. Hate also stifles creativity and progress. In an environment filled with hatred, people are afraid to express new ideas, collaborate, or seek solutions that benefit everyone. Businesses, institutions, and communities that allow hatred to thrive often experience stagnation because hatred creates fear, distrust, and hostility. On the other hand, environments where love and kindness are valued encourage innovation, cooperation, and mutual growth. The most successful organizations and nations are those that embrace diversity, inclusion, and mutual respect, qualities that cannot thrive in an atmosphere of hate. Perhaps the greatest tragedy of hate is that it robs people of their ability to experience joy. A hateful person may achieve temporary victories, but they will never experience true happiness. Hatred keeps people focused on their enemies rather than on their own purpose. It fills their hearts with anger rather than peace. Many people who have pursued revenge or lived in hatred have found that even when they win, they feel empty inside. In contrast, those who choose love experience a deeper sense of fulfillment because love nourishes the soul, while hate drains it. In every area of life, whether in personal relationships, leadership, or society, hate has proven itself to be a force of destruction. It weakens individuals, poisons relationships, and prevents progress. No matter how powerful it may seem in the moment, hate always collapses under its own weight. It has never built anything of lasting value, nor has it ever led to true greatness. Those who understand this truth recognize that love is not only the higher path, but also the most effective one. Hate may seem strong, but in the end, it always leads to ruin, while love continues to endure. Throughout history, love has proven to be the most powerful force that leads to true victory. While hatred and aggression may appear strong in the short term, they are always temporary and self-destructive. Love, on the other hand, has the power to transform individuals, mend broken relationships, and unite entire nations. It is a principle deeply embedded in the foundation of human existence, a universal law that ensures those who choose love always emerge victorious. Love's strength is not in physical force or domination, but in its ability to change hearts, inspire change, and build legacies that endure beyond a single lifetime. Many people mistakenly believe that victory comes through force, intimidation, or revenge. They think that overpowering others is the way to success. However, history and personal experience reveal a different truth. The greatest leaders, visionaries, and world changers have not been those who ruled with an iron fist, but those who led with love, wisdom, and compassion. True leadership is not about controlling people through fear. It is about inspiring them through love. People may obey a leader out of fear temporarily, but they will follow a leader out of love indefinitely. Those who use love as their foundation create movements that endure, while those who rely on hate see their influence fade over time. The principle of winning through love is evident in the way love fosters unity and cooperation. Hate divides, creating enemies out of friends, while love unites, bringing together even those who once stood on opposing sides. When a person chooses love over hate, they break down walls of division and open doors to new possibilities. Love encourages understanding, empathy, and compromise, which are essential for resolving conflicts and building strong relationships. In every aspect of life, whether in families, businesses, or governments, those who operate with love create environments where people feel valued, respected, and motivated to work together. One of the most remarkable characteristics of love is its ability to disarm hatred. When someone responds to hate with more hate, the cycle of conflict continues, often escalating into destruction. However, when love is used in response to hatred, it has the power to neutralize the hostility. Love exposes hate for what it truly is, an empty, self-consuming force that cannot stand against genuine kindness and compassion. Many times, those who begin as enemies are transformed by the power of love, realizing that hatred only brings pain and division, while love offers healing and restoration. The principle of winning through love is also evident in the way it affects the human heart and mind. Hate breeds stress, anger, and anxiety, creating a toxic emotional state that leads to mental and physical exhaustion. In contrast, love produces peace, joy, and inner fulfillment. When people operate in love, they experience emotional well-being and mental clarity. Their minds are free to focus on creativity, growth, and innovation, rather than being consumed by grudges and negativity. This is why many of the most successful individuals and organizations are those that prioritize love, kindness, and respect in their relationships and interactions. Love also has the power to inspire greatness in others. A person who is treated with love and kindness is more likely to believe in themselves, strive for excellence, and contribute positively to the world around them. Love builds confidence, encourages potential, and draws out the best in people. This is why great mentors, teachers, and leaders emphasize love and encouragement rather than fear and punishment. A child who grows up in a loving environment will thrive, just as an employee who works in a culture of respect and kindness will be more productive and committed. Another undeniable truth about love is that it brings lasting fulfillment. Many people chase after power, wealth, and influence, believing that these things will make them happy. However, history is filled with stories of people who achieved these things through ruthless ambition, only to find themselves empty and alone. On the other hand, those who live with love and kindness experience deep satisfaction because they build meaningful connections, earn genuine respect, and leave behind a legacy that continues even after they are gone. Love is the only thing that truly satisfies the human soul, because it aligns with our deepest need to connect, to belong, and to make a difference in the lives of others. In relationships, the principle of winning through love is especially evident. Marriages built on love and kindness last, while those based on selfishness and pride crumble. Friendships that are nurtured with love grow stronger over time, while those poisoned by jealousy and resentment fall apart. Even in conflicts, love is the most effective tool for reconciliation. A sincere apology, a kind gesture, or a willingness to listen can heal wounds that might otherwise have lasted a lifetime. Love restores while hate destroys. Love is not a weak or passive force. It is the strongest power in existence. It requires strength to love in difficult situations, to forgive when it is not easy, and to show kindness to those who may not deserve it. Weakness gives in to hate, but strength chooses love. Those who master the principle of winning through love understand that their actions today create the world they will live in tomorrow. They choose to plant seeds of love, knowing that these seeds will grow into something far greater than anything hate could ever build. Perhaps the most important aspect of this principle is that love leaves a lasting legacy. Hatred fades, but love endures. Hate-stricken movements may gain attention for a time, but they always collapse under the weight of their own negativity. However, movements fueled by love continue to impact generations long after their leaders have passed away. The most respected and remembered individuals in history are not those who spread hate, but those who spread love, those who chose to uplift, heal, and bring people together. Their influence is timeless because love is the only force that can truly transform the world. Winning through love is not just a philosophy, it is a law of life. Those who embrace love will always find themselves standing on the right side of history. Love builds, unites, and creates a future that hate can never destroy. It is the only path to true and lasting victory. Love and kindness are forces that transcend time, culture, and circumstances. They are not merely fleeting emotions or ideals, but principles that shape the course of history, transform human relationships, and bring healing to wounded hearts and divided societies. While hate and negativity may seem powerful in the short term, they are never sustainable. Love and kindness, on the other hand, endure, creating legacies that last for generations. They have the capacity to break barriers, mend brokenness, and foster peace where strife once existed. No matter how dark or difficult the circumstances may be, love and kindness always prove to be the ultimate victors. One of the most profound truths about love and kindness is that they have a multiplying effect. A single act of kindness can set off a chain reaction that spreads far beyond what one person could ever imagine. When someone experiences love, they are more likely to extend that same love to others. A kind word, a helping hand, or a moment of compassion can create ripples that reach countless individuals, inspiring them to act in the same way. Hate, on the other hand, isolates, breeds division, and destroys, whereas love builds, unites, and strengthens the bonds of humanity. Throughout history, we see undeniable evidence that love and kindness have been the driving forces behind some of the most significant and lasting changes in the world. Great leaders who transformed societies did not do so through hatred and oppression, but through love, justice, and the pursuit of peace. Revolutions that were fueled by hate eventually collapsed under their own weight. But those led by love have stood the test of time. Love carries with it an eternal power that cannot be overcome by negativity, no matter how strong the opposition may seem. At a personal level, love and kindness bring fulfillment in ways that nothing else can. A person who lives with love in their heart experiences joy, inner peace, and a sense of purpose that hate can never provide. While hatred leads to stress, bitterness, and isolation, love opens doors to connection, understanding, and meaningful relationships. Scientific research has shown that acts of kindness release chemicals in the brain that promote happiness and well-being. People who practice love and kindness are healthier, more resilient, and more at peace than those who hold on to anger and resentment. The true power of love and kindness is evident in how they transform relationships. Families that are built on love remain strong even in the face of hardship, while those marked by bitterness and selfishness eventually fall apart. Friendships that are nurtured with kindness endure through the ups and downs of life, while those poisoned by jealousy and negativity fade away. In marriages, in workplaces, and in communities, love and kindness create environments where trust and cooperation thrive. People are naturally drawn to those who treat them with kindness, and relationships rooted in love always stand the test of time. Even in situations where hate appears to dominate, love has a way of breaking through. Many who have lived through personal betrayals, social injustices, or even war have testified to the power of love to overcome the deepest wounds. Forgiveness, one of the greatest expressions of love, has the ability to free both the giver and the receiver. It breaks the chains of resentment and allows healing to take place. When people choose love over hate, they refuse to be controlled by the negativity of others. Instead, they rise above their circumstances and walk in freedom, unburdened by bitterness and pain.